Ripple has just confirmed a new plan that could reshape the XRP ecosystem, a $1 billion buyback of its own token. This move comes as markets face strong volatility, with Bitcoin trading near $105,000 and XRP at $2.28 after dropping more than 6%. Despite the correction, Ripple is doubling down on its strategy, sending a clear signal that it is preparing for the next stage of global financial integration. The company announced that it intends to raise and allocate at least $1 billion in XRP to build what it calls a Digital Asset Treasury, or DAT. This new treasury will hold strategic reserves in XRP and Ripple Dollar, serving as a foundation for institutional adoption, cross-border payments, and tokenized real-world assets. Ripple plans to use both its existing escrow holdings and external funding raised through a special purpose acquisition structure, known as a SPAC, to complete the initiative. This development aligns directly with Ripple's recent acquisition of G Treasury, a global corporate treasury platform purchased for $1 billion. The move gives Ripple an advanced infrastructure to manage liquidity, capital flows, and digital reserves at a global scale. Together, the buyback and the G Treasury integration form part of a coordinated effort to strengthen XRP's institutional role and increase corporate confidence in the ecosystem. Let's look at why this matters. Ripple already controls a significant portion of XRP supply through its escrow accounts, roughly 40 billion tokens. So why would it buy more? The reason is strategic. By purchasing XRP from the open market, Ripple can both reduce circulating supply and establish a dedicated reserve fund for institutional operations. This kind of move helps stabilize price dynamics, increase long-term liquidity, and reinforce trust among banks, payment networks, and corporate partners. Market participants have taken note. Data shows that while retail sentiment remains cautious, institutional interest in XRP continues to rise. Large holders, including whales, are positioning for potential upside driven by Ripple's expanding utility cases, from tokenized assets to instant settlement infrastructure. At the same time, the broader market is under pressure. Bitcoin dropped nearly 5% in 24 hours, Ethereum is also trading lower, and within the ISO 20022 ecosystem, assets like XLM and HBR have seen declines of 8% and 10% respectively. The global environment remains fragile. U.S.-China relations continue to cause uncertainty after recent statements from both governments. President Trump recently commented that the U.S. would not impose new tariffs on China, a remark meant to calm markets, but China responded by accusing Washington of launching a global trade war. The contradiction between the two messages has kept volatility high across global markets, including crypto. Meanwhile, advisors from the White House, including Kevin Hassett, have hinted that the Federal Reserve could implement multiple rate cuts to support the economy. This backdrop of monetary easing could eventually strengthen risk assets, but for now, traders remain cautious. Despite short-term pressure, Ripple's announcement stands out as a show of confidence. The company is not stepping back, it's investing more heavily in its own ecosystem. By creating a digital asset treasury, Ripple is setting the stage for corporate treasuries, banks, and institutions to use XRP and Ripple Dollar as part of real-world finance operations. This could include liquidity management, cross-border settlement, and tokenized asset reserves. The implications are enormous. A buyback of this scale signals internal conviction that XRP's role in the financial system is far from over. The move could tighten supply on exchanges, create long-term price stability, and prepare the ecosystem for broader institutional entry. Ripple's leadership has made it clear, they see XRP not just as a digital asset, but as a strategic reserve currency for the next generation of finance. In the medium to long term, these actions are likely to increase adoption and reinforce trust in XRP as a stable, liquid instrument for global transactions. While the market continues to digest macro uncertainty, Ripple's steps point toward an accelerating transition into the era of digital finance. So here's the question, do you think Ripple's billion-dollar buyback is a signal of confidence that could trigger the next XRP rally? Or is it primarily a long-term play to secure institutional dominance? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this update insightful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more breaking XRP news and analysis.